All right, part two, guys, and we've determined that we found a coin that we want to know more about. Okay, me as a YouTube channel provider of videos and information, I can't get to all of your guys' inquiries, so I'm talking about various avenues that you guys can take, kind of putting the uh, putting the various different stages in your guys' hands, and then you go take care of it. So in part one, we've talked about how you would find a second opinion on the coin that you have, other than people on YouTube. Again, a great source. I've shown you 3 fantastic forum pages. So you've placed a new thread on a forum message board chat page. You've gotten all the information you need. You have a coin that is definitely something worth sending off to a grader. Now what do? You have a couple different choices of grading. This is the Pcgs website, and it's real simple. Right up here says pcgs.com. Okay, you can't get any more simpler than that. This is their splash page right over here. So you have a couple different news things, grading specials. Definitely something worth checking out. But as a non-member, you're able to use their PCGS price guide. You could take a look at the set registries. So if you have like a really high grade coin, and I've specified in previous videos some modern high grade rarities that are worth a lot of money, you'll want to look at this set registry. And population report is also another important and fantastic tool in determining exactly what you have. So let's say, for example, I did a video on a 1976 bicentennial quarter that graded out super high, and you think you have one that you want to sell. You would go into the population report, first of all. Okay, you would go down to where it says quarters. There's dollars, quarters. What you would have is a 1976 D or P for Philadelphia. You would go here under Washington quarter, and there is also a date range, 32 to 98, which is when that bicentennial coin was sold. Now, it'll bring you to this next screen where you're going to have all the coins starting from the earliest date, 1932, and it goes up in ascending order to 1998. So we're going to go ahead and look for that 76. We're going to have to go to the second page. All right, there it is. And the information that's posted here on the PCGS website for the population reports will give you an idea of how rare the coin is at specific grades. For example, a 76 Philadelphia clad 25 cents, if you move all the way to the right, there are 98 coins that grade out at a mint state 67, only one higher at mint state 67 plus. So what's the importance of all this? We have the 167 plus graded coin, and we have 98 others that have graded a point below at just 67. So if we click here onto this certificate, or this PCGS number right here, we could get more details on the coin. So it goes into PCGS coin facts. Here is an image of a mint state 67 plus coin. So this is fantastic. You have an example of a 1976 Philadelphia bicentennial quarter that you think grades so high and so fantastic that you want to send it in. Great. Take the example that you have, use a really nice powerful magnifier like a 10 times loop or higher, and compare it to what this 67 plus example is here. So if you just simply drag your mouse over the image, you'll be able to see a huge close-up. So as you can see, this example has one little dent right here, a little nick. There's a couple other small tiny nicks here on the high areas of the hair of Washington. And you're going to be able to compare this coin that grades at 67 plus to the example that you have. Now, if I were to scroll down on this profile, you'll be able to see what the 67s sell for here in this right column, and that's based off of like sales from heritage auctions, eBay, great collections, that sort of thing. So if I were to look here at the 67s, they only sell between 50 and $100. So taking into consideration the grading fees, if you did just a regular slow standard submission, which costs about, was it $24-25, you probably don't want to grade this coin if you don't think it's anything better than a 67. You guys see what I'm trying to point out there? It's definitely important that you send out a coin you think is going to be a top-notch coin. All right, if you scroll all the way down in Coin Facts, it'll even give you a general kind of description from one of their chief graders about how difficult the coin is to find in a specific grade, or how common it is to find brilliant uncirculated examples of a 76 bicentennial quarter. I hope this helps in determining if you want to go forward with a potential grading submission and then a sale afterwards. All right, so we have PCGS. That's top tier. You get your grade that you want through PCGS. You will have a coin that could be worth many hundreds to thousands of dollars. All right. Now, you could use a company like NGC, which is just fantastic. Okay, they are a fantastic secondary type of grading company. They actually rival PCGS on a lot of different fronts. Your coin, if it's graded at a 67 plus through NGC, is probably not going to command as much money as the PCGS example, because PCGS is what they call the top tier, top flight grader in all of coin collecting. So that's something that you want to take into consideration. If you want to move to that next step and send a coin out for grading, you need to know this. So whether you decide to do PCGS, NGC, what I don't have listed on here is Annex and what's the other one? IGC, which are two other sub companies that'll grade your coins, although not as great in terms of monetizing off of your grade. So if you were to sell it to an auction house, on an auction house like eBay or Heritage, you're not going to be able to get as much money. Not by a long shot, because I'm not going to say they're more conservative in the grading. It's just the name brand of the grading company isn't going to be enough to get you the excuse me, the amount of money that you're looking for. All right, so number one, we've established that we have a tried and true coin that we want to send out to grading. Number two, we've sent the coin out to grading. We have received it back, and we're ready to make a sale. So what do we do from here? Well, you have a couple different avenues that you could go through. Okay, you could go to the tried and true eBay, post it on here for a 7, 10, 30-day type auction with a buy it now. You could certainly do that and kind of test the market and see what kind of offers you get. If you wanted to go into an auction house where things are a little bit more concise, you're going to pay a little bit more money to sell your item, then you might want to try a company like Heritage Auctions. I'm going to go ahead and show you the splash page for Heritage. Again, you would sign up here and call up one of the consigners and let them know what you have. Okay, and then if everything sounds good, they're going to ask you to send them all of your coins, and then they'll catalog them, they'll take photos, and they'll list them in the appropriate auction that comes up. So whether it's a big time auction, which occurs several times a year, or maybe one of the little mini the Monday or Tuesday night auctions, they will fit it in however they see fit, so that way you can make the most money. The one thing I'll say about guys like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, Legend, great collections, is they have a lot of what I call back-end advertising, which is fantastic. These big auction house companies send out a lot of advertising to all of their existing customers and to new customers as well. So anything that that you put out there to consign with an auction house, they're going to advertise the heck out of that special promotion or that special auction coming up, and they're going to ensure the biggest crowds and the most head count possible for you to be able to make money off of, because the more people that bid on your auctions, the better. That's exactly what you want. So you don't want to use just some Joe Schmo auction house where you're not going to get the head count and the bodies on the bourse floor, making various bids on your items. It's just it's counterintuitive in every way, but this is definitely the way to go. Again, you have to spend a little bit of money to make a lot of money, and that's the whole business of selling coins. Usually coins is a really great hobby in itself. It is a full-time job if you elected that you wanted to do this as a job. I have a couple of great friends that we are all forum mates on, like Coin Talk, Coin Community, and all of that do this as a full-time job, and they're having a lot of fun doing it. At the same time, it comes with its trials and tribulations. There's going to be times where you're going to lose out on a coin sale to where you don't get as much as you think you're going to get. That's all part of the business. But at the end of it all, if I'm able to give you all the information possible so that way you guys can kind of steer yourself into the right direction, I'm glad to be able to do that. If I'm not able to do it myself, then you certainly have a lot of options ahead of you. And if you guys have any questions, maybe if I can't get to them, again, check out those message boards, cointalk.com, coincommunity.com, the Lincoln Cent forum page. There's a whole bunch of them, guys. Check it out. NGC even has a message board, and PCGS has a fantastic message board with a lot of business owners, coin dealers. If you really want to know what you have, this is definitely the way to go. Again, thank you for your time. I know it's kind of a long video or a set of videos. It's 2 videos, so altogether it's almost 25 minutes. I hope I'm able to kind of point you guys in the right direction. There's a lot of inquiries that are coming in about, hey, I got this coin. What do I do with it? How do I sell it? This is how you would do it. Okay? If you do it correctly, it should pay off dividends. And you know what? It'll put to rest any reservations that you may have about your coin. I mean, if it's not an authentic variety or an error, okay, then it's not. Then you move on to the next thing. And at least you'll know. You'll be well educated by some of the top professionals in the business. So I thank everyone for tuning in. Again, keep plugging away. Enjoy the hobby for what it is, okay? Enjoy it for the rich history it brings. And if you make some extra money on the side from it, by all means, fantastic. Congratulations. And I wish you guys the best of luck, and I'll see you on future videos. Okay, you have a good one. Take care.